C star right on top.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Barry's such a weird saxophone because it's like, you know, on alto and tenor there's like a list of like you're probably going to be playing one of these 3 or 4 mouthpieces, and on Barry there is no standard mouthpiece. Like every great jazz Barry player has played a different mouthpiece, and none of them are like the standard way to do it. And it's, I always ask about Barry.
I tried 3 or 4, and the one that came out of the box with the horn played just as well as anything else.
Cool. You've tried. It's just a C star opening. You said.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you tried a bigger?
Yeah, and it just. I know that horn just plays so freely all the way
I
to the bottom.
I didn't feel like I couldn't hear you, so it's fine. I was just curious. I always ask what people play on Barry. I'm trying to get a survey of like, you know, because I mean like everybody has a different answer. Like I play on a Lynx. I mean some people play on a Berg, and none of these are like there's a lot. Did you guys come to the concert last night at all? Anybody?
Yeah.
Well, I mean like Glenn over there plays on a Lawton like. From the 80s, like that are impossible to get now. Those are also mouthpieces that cost ridiculous amounts of money now because the guy died, and so can't make him anymore. Obviously, yeah. No, he did not die in prison. He was actually a dentist. Lawton was a British dentist who was making
dentist.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he retired.
Yeah.
He's a dentist. He hasn't worked in 30 years. Exactly.
So I mean, you know, something that might be good to talk about here is modern big band recordings. So like there are. You know, we go, there's the Gordon Goodwin thing, which is sort of the LA style, which is, you know, it's all LA cats doing that, they're all monster players, but it's much more like, it's what you expect, and there are creative things in it, like the whole thing on Count Bubba there, where each section takes their thing. By the way, the time was fantastic through that. We hear high school bands try that all the time. It was great. It was great, you guys were just, it was just happening, the time was moving, it was great. And there's that thing, which is sort of like, you know, it's an extension of like if you take Count Basie and then drag it through an LA studio, it comes out that way, you know, and that's what that music is, and that's fine. And then there, you know, you've got the New York big bands, which do the other stuff, things like Maria Schneider's band, or like I said, Toshiko Akiyoshi's band, or let's see, who else? There's another big band I'm trying to get to jump into my head. It's not coming to me.
Vanguard?
There we go, Vanguard. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of the Vanguard. That's ridiculous. But like, and each one of these big bands, you know, has their own individual sound, and each one comes from a different place. And it seemed like most of the stuff you guys were playing fit more into the Gordon Goodwin left coast type stuff. And it might be cool to what?
It's not the book. It's kind of funny. This is the only Gordon, or we only have 2 Gordon Goodwin.
Well, there's that one, and the ballad, you know, That Night Tomorrow too is kind of the same way too. And I mean, not that I wanted more contrast. I just mean like they all kind of fit into that general box. And it would be great to check out some of the other stuff, like, you know, get, I mean, just with the Maria Schneider stuff, you just start with her first record, which is Evanescence. It's been out for almost 20 years now, but that's kind of like get it introduced there. But then everything she's done since then has just been brilliant. Her stuff that's out right now is just outstanding. And any of the Vanguard recordings, anything back, you know, even back to the stuff they were doing in the 60s, or the stuff they're doing now is mostly Jim McNeely's charts, and Brookmeyer's back writing some for the band again, so and all that stuff is, and the issue is being that you'll have to fulfill different roles than you're used to, and different roles than that kind of music asks you to play. Not just the orchestral thing, but it's just like each one of those bands has their own specific harmonic language, and everybody ends up doing something different than they would have been had they been playing, you know, a Basie chart or a Gordon Goodwin chart or something like that. And so it can be a lot of fun to, like, you know, that's like the sort of the thing that we've been doing for the past, you know, 20 or 30 years, is to take the creature that looks like big band and do all this other stuff with it and see what we can do. So
You were at the concert last night.
I played at the concert last night.
Okay, sorry. So what of those charts that were sort of new, what did you read
Of
of?
the ones that we played with the All-Star
What
band?
about the bass player's chart?
Eric's chart?
Yeah.
It's good. Eric, like that's normally not how he writes, that one chart. He normally, I mean, writes kind of like in a Thad Jones style, and that one is like sort of this minimalist thing.
Sax, yeah, and the bass playing with 2 octaves. Wasn't that his chart?
I don't think
No,
so.
that was Dan Gailey's chart.
Yeah, that was
You're
Dan
talking
for
about the ballad?
Yeah, beep, beep,
Yeah,
Early light.
That's a
I've
beautiful,
heard that.
beautiful
I've
song.
that before, maybe in a girl neck chart or something like that.
Oh, doing the saxophone and the bass like that? Yeah, it's a hip thing to do.
Church with nice effects like that.
Yeah, right, and that's fulfilling like a different role than they would be otherwise.
Are those things available? Those are.
Oh yeah, you can get Dan's chart. I think that's published through UNC Press. We made the record with all that stuff last December 2009, I think, and released it June or something. It's out on the OA2 record label. They play it on Kuvo around here sometimes, and I'm pretty sure that all the charts on that record are available through the UNC Press. So that one especially,
Challenging charts.
we got it. Yeah, and then, you know, that one, There is some high trumpet stuff, nothing you guys couldn't hang with, stuff that my college band wouldn't be able to do, but you guys would be fine. But that chart is actually pretty playable. I mean, really playable. And for the quality of music that it is and how effective it is, it's really, really playable.
The Monday band played it. Michelle played that chart.
What's the name?
Early Light. The one that it's got all the changes in it.
The one with the
I must
changes?
have blocked that.
Lots of flats.
Anyway, Rex brought that into the Monday band, so the Monday band has played that chart a couple of different times.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good, and that's a good example of sort of it's more traditional than say like Maria's stuff, but you do end up like on chord tones that you never would have been on in something else. And there's a bunch of like major 7 sharp 5 chords in there, and so you end up like if you're playing what is the 5th of the chord, you're a minor 6th away from the root. It's really the 3rd away from what is really the root, which is and so it's it's a different set of tuning challenges and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, well, I think I need to run back in there and make a tape. But thanks for coming and playing, guys. It's always great to hear you guys. Keep up the good work.
I think they're copy copies. Yeah.
A major 7 sharp 5.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Sure.